I'm going to ask you guys to help me with this. We've got tangent is negative root 3 over 3, and cosine is of theta is negative, and they want us to find sine of theta. All right, so let's check this out. So again, we're going to deduce using our standard circle what quadrant this lives in and works from there. So let's focus on this here. Where is cosine negative? Well, cosine, as I just pointed out in the previous example, cosine of theta in the Cartesian plane is x over r. All right? So we're going to have our standard circle. And there's going to be a point on the circle somewhere. I don't know what it is. So we have r, and then we have the point x comma y. By the way, I should probably point out that sine of theta is going to be y over r, and that tangent of theta is y over x. And that's based on SOHCAHTOA, right? Opposite over the adjacent. All right, so now where is cosine? Well, they're all positive in quadrant 1, and I probably should label the quadrants. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. I used to get so mad. When I first learned this, my professor would say, "What quadrant is this?" And I used to count the other way. I used to say 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I said, "Why can't you start here?" I go like 1, like a clock.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they don't, so get used to it. So anyways, where is cosine negative? Well, cosine is negative wherever x is negative. So it could be quadrant 2, and it could be quadrant 3, right? That's where cosine could be negative. Now tangent also is negative. And we said on our last problem, where does that happen? In quadrant 2. So this is going to live in quadrant 2. So there's going to be a right triangle here. Now this is where it gets a little confusing, I think. You're going to have to kind of know this. What's another way to write negative square root of 3 over 3? Well, remember, that's the rationalized solution, so that's really negative 1 over the square root of 3. Right? Or positive 1 over negative square root of 3. However, there's two ways to look at it. Now, why did Mr. Adams change his tune there? Well, because my x value, remember tangent of theta is y over x, my x value is what has to be negative. In other words, this is negative square root of 3, and this is 1. Now, that's a special type of triangle. Who knows what that triangle is?
30, 60, 90.
30, 60, 90. So I've got and so what are the ratios? It's 1, 2, square root of 3. Okay? And so that means that my reference angle theta is 30. Right? So if this is 2 and sine is y over r, then what is sine of theta? Positive 1 over 2. Let's see. Yep. You want to see that again?
Yeah, why was it positive 1?
Well, because this point right here, this point is on the curve, and that point is negative square root 3 comma 1.